Vitus means life. The city's been built up. What can we do about Carrall Street to make it an inclusive and vibrant or vital area?
Using that space in a productive way, socializing there, we can take something that we didn't really ask for and turn it into something that's a community building tool.
So there needs to be a space created to involve everyone, including creating an environment where people who are voiceless can speak.
The community should be at the forefront of taking ownership of the space.
If you stop at each intersection along Carrall Street, you get this incredibly diverse and very different community.
And basically you have a pedestrian population down here who are living in traffic, which is ridiculous.
We're talking about a greenway. Really what I'm thinking of first off is a stream with banks, and there's birds in the trees that are growing there, and there's some animals rustling in the bushes, and there might be some homeless people sleeping there as well.
The hotels that are along this strip fixed up for locals.
More housing, God, more housing.
Maybe something where you could actually like call an emergency for a payphone or something like that.
There should be no fast food restaurants.
Cheap food, places for people to be. More places like the Carnegie.
Make indoor, outdoor more interchangeable.
More libraries.
It should be geared towards people interacting.
Fountains for water. Lots of people need water a lot.
The space has to be left open to, whichever part of the community is going to be most excited about a certain space for a certain amount of time. Any place where you're allowed to be, which is, increasingly hard to find down here, anywhere you're allowed to be without being shuffled along.
It would be awful to not have that. I don't think that they would like it to change at all.
Honestly, I'd just leave it the way it is. I like it. It's real.
We all want to be reflected in our space, and that is often not the case.
The frustrating part is that Downtown Eastside community is not recognized for what it is, a vibrant artistic community.
I think there should be an area for play where children and adults can interact, like a fair that's always happening, where the multicultural, multi-interests can be expressed.
I'd love to see something like a farmer's market down here.
I would like to see residents to do some guerrilla gardening.
And more bird feeders.
It would be amazing if you could put chairs and tables out there like a French cafe.
A place where people can share without having to have a license or a permit.
We need to create a space where community artists can also see their art reflected in their community.
A public free space that people can paint and change on their own time and just have a natural evolution of a wall.
Every single pole would just be, littered with mannequin arms or shoes or just, crazy stuff going up the poles.
Shadowed by reality, the dreams that we hold can become oppressed by vulgar necessities that seem to go against our shining integrity, that may be tarnished sorely by the lies and compromises we feel required to make to live. Sooner or later, our soul will claim its demands, break free of the weight of the restrictions of centuries, return to its source, revitalizing our stale old rituals, injecting us with the courage to speak our truth, the ability to shine our light.
See you later.
What's happening?